Star Citizen 3.17.2 has a bunch of new missions from derelict outposts to reclaimer colonies, but by far my favourite are the new reclaimer space missions that work like a fancier 890 jump mission. I've had a lot of fun with the experience so far, but by far my favourite adventure in the PTU happened during what I like to call the hunt for the October Rising. It all started, as good stories do, once upon a time, in a period not so long ago that I like to call this morning. My actual plan was to jump in and test the hell out of the latest PTU patch to continue working towards my goal of being raised up into the revered group known as Eva Carti. This plan was quickly derailed when this mission popped up as soon as I logged in. Breach and Steal! The oft-sought-after, unlawful criminal reclaimer mission. I've done this once before with an orc friend, but this time it would be different. On arriving in orbit around Daymar, it quickly became apparent that I wouldn't be able to get any closer than 600 kilometers of the search area, so it took a long time to travel there, and I mean a long time. Instead of being greeted by an ongoing dogfight between security and Ninetails, as I saw the last time I was there, it was an all-in love fest of Crusader security nobodies in their eggshell vehicles shooting peas at my mighty Connie Taurus. Those dispatched, I EVA'd out to the airlock only to sight these two latecomers zooming in with their mantises, or is that manti? Regardless, I decided these were not a match even for an unmanned Connie and proceeded to ignore them. Make a note of this decision because it will become important later. Into the ship I go, looting a few bodies and checking out the contents of this datapad, which is a nifty new addition. The hab deck stern seemed clear for now, so, like a boss, I ignored the mission marker and headed for the rear of the ship. Now, I'd been down there in the lawful mission up at Microtech, and the enemies were both sparse and stupid, typical Ninetails mouth breathers, so I reckoned a jaunt through security would be a doddle. I was wrong. After collapsing in a heap of disappointment, it would have been easy to tap out and give it another go from Grim Hex again. That is, assuming I wasn't sent straight to jail, which I probably would have been. But I chose a different path this time. I chose patience. After activating my medical beacon, I set out a few pleas of help and then wandered off to have a shower, assuming I probably wouldn't miss much. Imagine my surprise when I returned to the PC quite some time later to find that not only had someone taken my medical beacon, they were close by. Soon, hopes were dashed. Alas, my benefactor got trapped on the bridge of their Mercury Star Runner, and after some back and forth, he, or she, was forced to withdraw. Despairing, I lamented my fate and prepared for another long wait. When this happened, not one, but two people had made the 600-kilometer journey to my prone, battered body with hopes of rescuing me. I assumed my fate was to be revived, only for the benefactor to immediately gun me down for the bounty. But Psycho? Not sure. Was good to his word, and within a moment I was falling over a rail to my freedom. The space cops wouldn't catch me now. All I needed was that juicy box and I could cross this off my list. Fate, however, had other ideas. Bidding farewell to my new favourite random, I headed back, paid my dues, and then set off to complete the mission. This went about as well as could be hoped for, and soon I had not only the box, but also a Pico as well. A little penguin buddy to call my own, or at least until the PTU ends or it gets wiped, something like that. I briefly considered going back into the cargo areas to look for the secure crate. Remember that code that was on the datapad? However, I decided that discretion was the better part of valor today and headed for home. At least, I would have if there was more of my ship left other than HUD markers. Remember when I said those manti cruising around out there like mosquitoes wouldn't be a problem? I was wrong, and now I was stranded. After throwing a few beacons out there and combating the barbs of my org mates, I finally snagged a rescue, only for the mission taker to immediately cancel it. Thanks asshat, whoever you are. Worst space Uber ever. 0 stars. At the end of the day, it was my org mate who made the flight out to retrieve me and my Pico, and my box, gloriously logging out immediately afterwards to let me take the controls of his Redeemer and gun those bastard manti into glowing chunks of junk. Thanks, Kerry. At the end of the day, the mission payout we received was the friends we made along the way. Hold on, wait on, the mission isn't over yet. Just a hop, skip and a jump over to Grim Hex and I'm ready to ditch this god-cursed package and get on with my life, walking away with a proper mission payout of 73,000 smackers. Friendship be damned. Or was I? Nope. Ah, fuck it.